Welcome to Prose analysis using the Marxist approach. The first thing that you need to understand is what is prose. Prose texts are written in continuous form. Anything which is written in continuous form is known as prose. For instance, the novels, the novellas, and the short stories. Then you also need to know the Marxist analysis approach. This is an analysis which is based on Karl Marx and Fredrich ideas. And basically, these ideas are on societal classes and class struggles, then the production of wealth, as well as the distribution of that wealth. Then we wanted to look at the focus of the Marxist criticism. The first aspect of focus are the classes. So the approach is a critique of the capitalist society. It considers the context of a text and values it. For instance, the information in the text is influenced by the context of the text, and the analysis should also consider the context of this text. Then it is also interested on how class conflicts are portrayed in a given text, and it also looks at the existing class interactions and power hierarchies. The Marxist approach is interested in oppression and exploitation, especially of the poor and of the colonized. We can take an example of the novels that have been set during the colonial period. If the colonized are being oppressed, it is of concern to the Marxists. And also the exploitation of the working class by the capitalists. Marxist approach also focuses on the distribution of wealth. It challenges the concentration of wealth in the hands of few or in the hands of a certain class. It is interested in the economic structure of a society. For instance, it looks at the producers. Who are the producers of wealth in a society? And are these producers the same as those who owns the means of production? And are these producers those who are benefiting from the production? It means that if other people other than the producers, other than the workers are benefiting, then there is unfairness, and the Marxist approach challenges that. Then let's look at the analysis. What is considered when analyzing prose using the Marxist approach? So remember, I said for prose, it can be a novel or a short novel, which is known as a novella, or a short story. Let's say we are now looking at a novel or whatever you are choosing on. When analyzing a text, look for the following. In what social environment does the text emerge? So we are looking at the setting. What is the economic situation? What is the period of the setting of the novel? And the history and the geographical setting of the novel that you are looking at. Which aspects of Karl Marx and Engels' philosophies are being portrayed by the setting of your novel or another prose text? Then the social classes. How are social classes portrayed in the text? Do we have classes? And if there are classes, how are they related? Who dominates the economy? Who has power as far as politics is concerned? And all those things you need to look at. Then let's come on to the characters. What is the author's attitude on the characters in the novel? The working class and the poor, how are they portrayed? Which and whose values do these characters celebrate or reject? Then on characterization, basically we need to look at how conscious are they, the characters. Are they conscious of their predicament? How do they react to coercive state machines which can be used in the novel? For instance, the police, if we are looking at novels based in South Africa, most of them, they are associated with the police harassing the people. How are the characters reacting to this harassment? And then how are the characters reacting to religion? How is religion used in the novel? Is it used as a weapon of liberation or of oppression? Then the schools, which curriculum is being taught in the schools? Is the curriculum the same for all the social classes, or some have better curriculum than others? Then which culture do these characters subscribe to? Are they running away from their culture and taking another culture because they are feeling that their culture is inferior? And then how do they react to the dominant ideology of the? Then let's look at the themes. When using the Marxist approach, you also need to look at the themes. Which are the themes in the novel? How do these themes subscribe to Marxism? Do we have themes on oppression of the weak, suffering of the poor, social conflicts, and the like? Then the plot of the novel. How is the story of the novel crafted? Are they conflicts? And how are the characters implicated in these conflicts? How are the conflicts resolved? And many more other things. And all these should be linked, remember, to the Marxist approach. Thank you for listening. More is still to come.